Offender in custody. Thanks. Anyone else follows my 50 result, let me know.
I don't know if you've seen these videos. The dude, William, claims to be Bryan Kohbergers' friend, known him since he was a kid, known him forever. He literally goes the F off on these two videos. One was posted 2 weeks ago. The other one was just posted. I'll leave the links to the videos and the channel into the description, and also I'll put it in the comment section. Now, when it comes to the guilters, I totally agree with him. It's ridiculous. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. He even brings up different cases discussing how evidence people lied, talking about the DoorDash driver video. I feel the same way. When it comes to these opinions, we totally agree. I don't think she's credible. If you haven't watched it yet, I did the video last night where we went through and broke down the DoorDash driver body cam, things that were said, and also the real body cam version compared to a blatant ripoff. I'll leave that video in the description and in the comment section as well. This is William. Check out these two videos. Again, I'll leave them in the description and the comments. Check out what he has to say and let me know what you think. All right, like you said, he goes off on these and he says a lot of wild shit. A lot of wild shit. But when it comes to innocent until proven guilty, and if he really truly is his friend, I can understand the frustration. The only thing I'm curious about is why just the recent videos. I'm surprised there hasn't been anything over the last 2.5 years. That's the only thing I'm questioning at this point. Why so long? But we'll find out. Let me know what you think in the comments section. This is the first one from a couple weeks ago.
We're here to talk about Idaho 4. I'm here in Poconos, Pennsylvania, where I live. Everything I say on here is my opinion. It has nothing to do with any other content creators' opinions. I don't know. Their opinions are their own. I have to say that just so I don't get in trouble. But there's a lot of gaslighters and a lot of killer channels out there that are making things up.
Oh, we know. We talk about them all the time, you guys.
And they don't even know.
We talk about them all the time.
Now, they're blaming all this on. Now,
like I said, I agree with a lot of this stuff. Seriously.
If you guys, if anyone out there, if these people knew this guy personally, Mr. Kohberger, Bryan, they would know there's no fucking way in hell that he did this. He's not physically or mentally capable of doing anything like this. That is total fucking bullshit. The kid doesn't have a violent bone in his body. He's very non-confrontational. Me, I'm confrontational. You know, I'm an Aries. We're on April 14th. And it's obvious. But these guys out here like Gray Hughes, Tony Bruschi, fucking Drunk Parrot or whatever the fuck his name is. The one victim's father, I'm not going to say his name, but we all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're all together. We know this.
They're just pushing this fucking narrative, and I think that victim's father is almost being paid by the university to do this. I also think it's pretty funny how
interesting.
Ever since the whole thing came out about the leak and Judge Hippler not being happy about it, he lawyered up right away, and we haven't heard any more bullshit from him since. He hasn't been out there on channels spouting this fucking bullshit, so I find that a little odd. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. And he went around and said this stuff like, if Bryan is does get off, how did he word it? He's going to be dealt with.
Yeah, he did. He said that. That is.
Yeah, right, you short little fat fucker. You ain't dealing with nothing.
That is correct.
It doesn't do nothing. Especially with me here. It doesn't do nothing. There are channels out there that do have an open mind and try to bring factual information out. And
Right.
They actually go through and they read the court documents, and they go down through and they watch the hearings they had that were publicized.
Yeah,
and
we
they
speak
kind
the
of
truth.
relay that out rather than just speculating.
Exactly.
Pushing a narrative like Dateline
Exactly.
or Megan Kelly.
Exactly. Exactly. Bloom.
I made this little chart
There's a list.
because if you notice, most of the dudes that are guilders, they all have kind of one thing in common, or two things really. They're short and they're fat. It's almost like they're upset and they want to put someone in a firing squad because they're mad about it. Well, you're probably saying, William, why are you body shaming? I'm not really. I'm just telling the truth. I'm spitting facts here. I'm over hearing factual information. If you can see this, and if I missed any channels, I do apologize, because there are some really good ones out there and people that I think are doing a good job with their content. And over here in the fat and unimportant section, we got the usual suspects over here. Same guys. These fuckers putting out content. Some of these channels, like Tony here, Tony's fat ass puts out a fucking new video like every 4 hours. He also puts them out on the Karen Reed thing, saying she's guilty nonstop. Like, he kind of alternates in between Karen Reed and Bryan Kohberger. That guy is a fucking moron, and I don't know, he probably has...
I told you, he just goes off.
People who embed in this and believe the guilters...
I told you, he just goes
They
off.
embed in the first information they hear. And it's usually people that don't have as much common sense as some of us. And it's very difficult to convince them of the truth, even if actual factual evidence, you just really can't convince, because their mind is made up like that. It's like a conflictive bias is what it is. But take the facts from someone that actually knows. And I was also a U.S. Marine for 4 years when I was in Afghanistan. And I did on my tour in combat in 2005 there. I know a few things about K-bars and bayonets, and I know that I wouldn't be able to go into a place and unalive 4 adults like that and not have my DNA everywhere and not suffer a black eye or like gouges from them scratching, because they fought for their life. They just didn't lay there and say, "Oh, kill me." I'm just gonna lay here and let you do it. Plus, with their DNA all over me, my car, my fucking apartment, it's impossible.
Makes
for that
sense.
to happen. But like I said in the beginning, it's impossible that Bryan Kohberger did this. The kid is no killer, plain and simple. And people need to wake the fuck up and realize what's going on here. Stop following the fucking guilders. All they're doing is rotting your brain. Like me or hate me, I never said truth was going to be simple.
Rot in your brain.
I'm just telling you what I know.
You think Steve G's getting
Whether
paid
through
from the
experience or
university?
from
That's
actually
interesting.
Knowing people personally.
That's interesting.
And it's about time someone came out and said this.
We've been saying it for a long time, brother. Trust us. We've been saying it for a long time. This is the other video that was just posted here.
Good afternoon.
So this was from
this was just posted, Bryan, because there's a lot of people out there that talk that don't even know Bryan personally, and I kind of feel like if you don't know him personally, then you really shouldn't be making all these opinions and assumptions about this guy if you've never met him. That makes no sense to me. People like Tony Bruschi, the fucking drunk parrot guy, Gray Hughes. Talk about 3 fucking fat douchebags. I don't know, they're mad at the world. They want to kill someone. They want to put this guy in front of the firing squad who they never met before in their life. They want to fucking kill this guy. Why? Because they're pissed because they can't get fucking laid? Or because they look the way they do? Fucking fat and out of shape? That's
dude
your own
goes
fucking
off.
fault.
This dude goes off.
Bryan is fucking harmless. I mean, anyone that fucking would ever meet him, and, you know, and they would try to be told that he did his fucking crime, they would just bust out laughing. That fucking kid, he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's not like me. I'm fucking mean. Then this whole thing out with the DoorDash driver now saying that she saw, you know, reports coming out that she saw Bryan there. You know,
like I said when we broke it down last night. Trust me, you're gonna want to watch it. It's like I said, she's a state fabricator, not a state witness. State fabricator, fingers of poison.
now, let me tell you something. If you saw the body cam footage of
She
that,
is not
that
reliable.
DoorDash driver,
Not reliable.
she was like a mess.
All
she
over.
was
Cracked the F
she was
out.
high on meth.
She was cracked the F out. Listen, I said it a billion times. She's cracked the F out. That's what she was.
She was as high as she was
on that cocktail.
Is whenever you're at the stages of like paranoia and imagining things. And it's also proven fact that law enforcement, they'll take people that are in trouble. I mean, they'll go right to the jail. And they'll cut deals with people to just make up shit, to testify for them, to get out of jail or to get out of trouble.
It's like I brought up last night. It's like a jailhouse snitch making up information just to get more leniency. It's the same kind of credibility, man. It's the same. It's like a jailhouse snitch making up shit.
They do shit like that all the fucking time.
Right. Said what
you
wanted to say.
Adams case over that Holly
Trying
Bobo
to get out of
there.
whatever.
What, fucking Tennessee.
Right. It said whatever she wants to say to get out of trouble. She literally has a list of all the ailments to go through. And then when that don't work, going over through it a couple times, with this and this and this and this. And when that don't work a few times, oh, I'm the witness. I saw Bryan.
What those TBI agents did. You know, they went and they got a guy who was in jail and got him to lie. That's all coming out now. They're getting a new trial. Those boys need to.
It happens all the time.
The fuck out. And they need to. Those TBI agents ought to do 10 years in fucking prison.
It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
We can't let this shit keep happening, you know, to people. And it happens around the country all the time.
All the time.
These fucking counties, judges, prosecutors, law enforcement. A lot of times these prosecutors and judges, and if you have a paid public, or not a paid, but a public defender, they already know what's going to happen to you before you even go there.
Yeah.
They've already talked about it.
Exactly. That they're there to get the plea deals. They go out to dinner with the prosecutors and discuss the plea deal. Like that's what they're about. Getting the plea deal.
It's a fucked up mess. Our whole justice system is. But I'll be damned if I'm going to stand by and let fucking Bill Thompson's fat ass, along with that fucking fat cow Ashley Jennings, you know, railroad fucking a friend of mine, the kid that I've known forever, who's fucking like the most harmless kid. I'll be damned if I'm going to let them railroad him into taking a fall for this shit. That's not going to happen. Not on my fucking watch. I stand up for my friends. I believe friendship is one of the most important things to me. Like I'm an Aries. You know, I was born April 14th. I'm all about friendship, passion, love. That's like what drives me in life. But I stand up for my friends, and Bryan's not around right now to stand up for himself to these fucking builders like Tony Bursky or Drunk Fucking Parrot or Down Syndrome Talk Show, whatever you call him. So I'll fucking do it for him. You know, I have no issue with that. And if anyone would have a problem with it, 526 firm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it there. Like I said, I'm not gonna put that out there. Shout out to, you know, you got to stand up for your friends. That's what friends are for. That's what having their back is for. The only thing, listen, I agree with everything that he said. We've been talking about it ever since all this information came out. We've been covering the case from the very beginning. I went out there, boots on the ground, year anniversary, went to the vigil. The dude speaks the truth, even about the justice system, even about the snitches. Like I said, the only thing that I have to question is what took so long, or why so long. There's been a lot of, quote, other friends that have come out here and there. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, and shout out, sticking up for your bro. We support you, brother. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. And check out that breakdown that we did last night of the DoorDash State Fabricator. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day.
Number 4.